Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Can't put me again. You can't put me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't put me again. Can't put me again. You can't put me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and I resort to crime. You can't put me again.
What we go to eat no money, what we at you, eat no at you. Covid money, miss away in the yellow correct you. Use the youth, the money, waste my musta man to statue. Say we like a catch you, but we got in a figure you. Take this spit of money, God, and say that is not you. One day the man above end up, him a got a bed. Too much it in the kitchen, some a fly by like a patu. My singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me.
300% free.
It burn me.
Garbage pile up the day.
It burn me.
Give the teacher them raise.
It burn me.
I see corruption face.
It burn me.
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me.
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me.
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me.
And them a sell out the beach.
Can't put me again. You can't put me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't put me again. Can't put me again. You can't put me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and I resort to crime. You can't put me again.
Come me say dig up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The already promises, none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth, they rap and they down in our fever. Member bold money and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start like people themselves.
It burn me.
On them treat the market man.
It burn me.
On them a treat the cat man.
It burn me.
On them treat the peanut man.
It burn me.
On them a treat the dirt man.
It burn me.
On them a treat the sun man.
It burn me.
On them a treat policeman.
It burn me.
How them a treat soldier man.
It burn me.
How them a treat everyone.
Can't put me again. You can't put me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't put me again. Can't put me again. You can't.
Stevie Dim Day. We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no keep. And some informer friend we love like. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for. We in Global TV. Check it.
Good morning. It is Tuesday, the 18th of March, the opposition budget presentation day in the Parliament. Will it be a rickety-tickety like last year, major meltdown and walkout? Only if you join us this evening, you will get to know if Andrew Holness managed to sit out this evening's onslaught, the old underhand tactics of Andrew Holness in the Jamaica Labour Party, as well as the war ratchet up in the Jamaica Labour Party, I have long been calling for them to have a spat in the street. Don't you think it's getting there with all these chop changing and manipulating of the seats to entrench Andrew Holness loyalists? Delano Steve Wright, Civ Wright rather. What a con. What a con, Civ Wright. But it's what you all do, isn't it? It was Civ Wright who went to St. Anne's to con the rafters. The CIA Jamaica Labour Party. To my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good morning, YouTube, good morning, TikTok, good morning, and welcome to the Global Television Group. It is your At a Glance program. Beat and teach me, see you're busy over TikTok already. What go on? Dwight, Debbie, beat and teach, Eric, user 4681, Claudette, user 9505, Valerie, Emotion, Rosemary. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Continue to topping up the screen and share the live, please. YouTube, good morning, good morning. How are you all doing? RJ, Beat and Teach, good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Marcia Thomas, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Who else is here? Sharon Bernard, good morning. Abina Sarkodi, good morning. Good morning, Ronald B. Don Mel, good morning. Andrea Joan Hamilton Wilson. Karen Forbes, Wagwan Bro. Rosemary Samuels. Sophia Hall, Robert Brown. Carol Roberts. Good morning and welcome. And Rhoda Akrai. Andrew Hogar. Was it Andrew who was hugging her? It wasn't Andrew, was it? Andrew wouldn't take that risk. Sharon Bernard, Kevin Thomas, morning. Rosemary Rutherford, good morning. No one ever Andrew Holar. But I think in this Rhoda Galangi, because I saw it, but I didn't cover it. The reason why I didn't cover it, I thought she became emotional because her mom, who she have lost along the way, was very much behind her on her political quest. And she has realized that the 4-year cycle or the 4-year cycle has or is coming to an end. And I think that's where her emotions came from. So I kind of do understand her feeling from that point of view. Annie Jones, Althea, good morning. I kind of understand her emotional outbursts based on that, because it is evident that her journey has come to an end. Just like Chin's journey has come to an end. The 5,000. I mean, everything I raise, so what una do? Una na raise the price on a voting to bully beef, gone up. Rice, stepping up. Flour, come on, JLP supporters. Don't let them keep coming to you. Use a 2550. Morning. Don't let they keep coming and embarrassing you, Annie Jones, Yvonne Riley, with $5,000. I mean, raise the price of the thing now, man. Hmm? Raise the price of the thing now. A long time on ourselves vote for $5,000. Good God Almighty. Inflation gone up, cost of living, and raise your vote in price, JLP supporters. Raise your voting price. Suzette Walker, morning. Raise on the voting price. We realize that we don't always got to do it for money. We just have to say to us, we don't do it for something worthwhile. Jeez, have mercy, JLP. But the Prime Minister is sure of his third term based on his economic success, his this, his that, he's certain. But what I don't understand is how the Prime Minister is so convinced of a third term with so much division all across the party. That bit I cannot get my head around, Prime Minister. Everything you do, Andrew Holness, it shows the type of surreptitious, underhanded person, vindictive person you are, dictatorial person you are, where you only want certain loyalists around you. You and Tam Tavares sit down yesterday while on a Candilano, Denison Brian. You and Tam Tavares sit down yesterday while on a Delano, just forgive him this position for only a few months. Because Andrew Holness, you know, said the new leader of the JLP after the general election, because you're not fool like Siaga. You're fool, but I don't think you're fool for hang on like Siaga to the death of the party. So it's evident that Andrew Holness will have to step down after the general election. The next what's him I call it? The next leader of the JLP, I go want for him loyal senator them over yonder with him. So the convoy you can Delano see right, it's nothing. You just do it, cousin Mr. Linda Wagwan. You just do it for shut him up at the moment while on a pass the seat on to Tam Tavares' son. Sunshine, how you do? These are the reasons why you now go win the general election, Andrew Holness. Because you have defeated yourself internally. The division you have caused with Mike Henry's seat, with Carl Samuda's seat, with Mike Henry, Carl Samuda, Ardley Shaw, and with the other, there's another Clarendon one where there's some upheaval, isn't it? Andrea Joan Hamilton, how you do? Because you want to entrench yourself with loyalists, Andrew Holness. But you don't have the support across the country. Look at the road shows across the country. You're barely filling a school auditorium, Prime Minister. You're barely filling a school auditorium. And you're so confident of a third term. See Robert, whatever chin him name, him meet up on a sudden roadblock. Very sudden roadblock. And it don't look pretty. Andrew Holness, me not tell no lie upon you. Miranda Raddock. Not tell no lie upon you, but it don't look pretty across the country for you. And JLP, you want to remember Noel Jackson morning. Is it Nehemiah? Nehemiah Duncan? You remember when I tell on a JLP, after the dismal performance, Dean morning, after the dismal performance in the local government election, this morning, I said to you that you all must change Andrew Holness before November 2024 conference. Because Andrew Holness wasn't going to make it through the general election. He's going to perform dismally. You see it already, the division, the lies upon the crime rate, the lies upon the economy, the much of ado nothing of this prime minister where everybody realize them tired of him mouth no, because him run the country with source of mouth. Him run the country with source of mouth. And see there now, it get to the point where you can't change Andrew, you have to take the laddering with Andrew Holness. It will be a laddering, you know. No amount of vote buying, rigging, manipulating, violence you're planning to deploy Jamaica Labour Party, you will not win this election. The people has fallen out of grace, love, and touch. And I'm talking about your base, Jamaica Labour Party. Your base has fallen out of grace, love, and touch. Andrew Holness, it don't look good, you know. There's more of it, Andrew. And you know what, Andrew? Are your big friend a cover hit, you know? Hey, Cliff Hughes said me I make the world see the disgrace. Cliff Hughes said me not hide the disgrace. Me I make the world see what I want in an Andrew backyard. Me I make the world judge them. Andrew right before the general election. And let me say to the Jamaica Labour Party, when we saw no by vote, when don't run come out, come attack we. When always provide us the evidence. J.C. Hutchison told us, all it takes is a box food and $5,000. You remember Evan Bradford. Just November gone, the JLP conference, Paula Shelley. It was a disgrace across the island because Andrew Holness and his coaster buses was held at ransom by Jamaica Labour Party supporters out there across the country. And so we now got a conference till envelope issue out. And here in South Manchester again. So we make it up. Pan uno. You understand? Uno provide with the evidence. You hear them say, tell Cherry and them daughter to go SYM. You them tell the whatsoever we look vote for by go SYM. But we used to the SYM, them tell we every day. So MP, now that Uno get the SYM, what we get every day. Uno understand. Anthony Morgan, good morning. Paula Briggs, good morning. Andrew Holness, I get the SY something or other now. No go on warrior JLP in fighting Prime Minister. In fighting Prime Minister is what will take you down, Prime Minister Andrew Holness. The infighting within the Jamaica Labour Party. Dave, morning. It is what Prime Minister Andrew Holness will take you down. This great infighting. I mean, till you're not done with yourself, the world don't, the PNP don't have to look pound. They could just walk into government when they're not done disgrace and mash up on yourself out a road. It have to go down. Yes, Jamaica people, as a whole writes to him about here, Renee Nicholson. You know, see how them love abuse we. Andrew Holness from March start or from February start. Andrew Holness have about 1 million water project across the country. And where Andrew get the money from? If you do all of this thing you know. When we have suffered so long, and I buy water, Jason Williams for Anne-Marie Vaz and all that jazz, so long Prime Minister, and all of a sudden, you can launch 100 million and different pipeline and water project across the country. Vote buying Prime Minister. I mean, you're very plain with it. But let the infighting, Colleen, morning, how you do? Let the infighting continue, Andrew Holness, because it is what will destroy the Jamaica Labour Party. This great infighting. You, Andrew Holness, who once from you get to the helm, you've been stealing for your family and your friends, and you have ignored the base of the Jamaica Labour Party, Andrew Holness. You know, sister, they now come out for you. You know, sister, when you go around division and constituencies, you can barely Andrew Holness full of school auditorium. Auditorium crowd government. Pro box government. You know, Prime Minister, what I really cannot wait for is to see the battering. Sure, morning. Sweet 16, morning. Is to see the battering, and I hope you all come back to see the battering that he will receive from Mount Golden this evening. Because if you all remember the one last year, I expect this one to be more brutal because it has gone or gotten worse for this Prime Minister. I can't wait to see what Mount Golden will be doing with you this evening. Your integrity will be laid bare in front of the Jamaica Parliament this evening, Prime Minister. What a disgrace. what I love about the vlogger from across the road there, so you know the vlogger over, so. The vlogger, you know, when he put out that piece of video, yeah, he make sure him stitch it together a whole heap of time so the video long. So we play it long just like how Cliff stitch it up and make it long. You go on here, Cliff, you work for the PNP not send you a prison for with tax money. You go on, Cliff. Go on, work, Cliff. Prime Minister, and we rejoice over your disgrace, you know. We just know. We knew it was coming. We have been warning you for time, sunshine morning. We have been telling you all that we're out here ready for partner, Julius. We're out here and we're ready for pulling up off of one another. Because you remember last year local government election, these JLP people were even fighting each other at polling station. Believe you me, I can't wait, Blacker, good morning, to see the onslaught to take place this evening. Because the government keep chomping up, and nothing now work. Prime Minister, everybody now is talking about the Cuban issue. The papers, Prime Minister, are writing about it. The papers friendly to you, Prime Minister. Matthew Samuda's wife is asking the question, Prime Minister, are you going to sacrifice Cuba to appease Donald Trump? Why is Andrew Holness refusing to answer the question? Carvel. Why is Andrew Holness refusing to answer the question? We know your decision already, Andrew Holness. It makes no sense you act like you're waiting on something. We know the decision you've already taken.
Whoa, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out. From Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody. Man or woman.
Why Andrew Holness one under bed? A hit we want to know this morning. Andrew Holness under bed when everybody else is saying this little crazy orange man over there, we're not going to ponder to his 4 years of so and so. Why Andrew Holness is bowing to Donald Trump? And why is Jamaicans not concerned that Andrew Holness only did concern when Donald Trump had deport everybody with you? Don't? No. That we see Andrew Holness run one list, bowing down to Donald Trump, Wayne Evans. Why the country so silent? Why the country is not protesting against this prime minister? Do you understand the implications of your health being put at risk in an already derelict healthcare? Do you understand how much Dr. Tufton is going to make? Fabulous. Do you understand how much Dr. Tufton stands to gain from bodies going to his funeral parlor? Do you understand? I'm not sure if Andrew and Juliet don't have funeral parlor or have shares in a funeral parlor. Daphne Clark, morning. I'm not sure. So Juliet and Andrew don't have shares in a parlor like Chris Tufton and JLP councillors, because a whole heap of them stand to gain after we killing, you know. A whole heap of them are going to make business after we. Cause say, we healthcare depend it face already. And the expertise that the Cubans brought. And Andrew Holness take the decision to go with Donald Trump. Andrew Holness take a decision to go with Donald Trump, and the country is not in outrage. Andrew Holness is putting our health at risk. He's a crazy, loonified man. Dog, good morning. Vernon Mitchell. And the country, the unstoppable one, don't see the killing machine coming. Chris Tufton said to us, he's sourcing health professionals from the Philippines, from India, from Nigeria. Do they provide the expertise that the Cuban professionals provide? Or will Dr. Tufton just replacing numbers in order to appease Donald Trump that will put our health at risk? And there's no outrage in the country? Ransford McLean, Vernon Mitchell. There is no outrage in Jamaica when your government is signing a death warrant over us. And no outrage. Andrew Holness is as silent as a lamb. And it looks like the people are not en masse concerned of the Prime Minister's silence on the issue. Given how much Caribbean leaders have spoken on this matter and have given a pronouncement a pronouncement that tells us, Sandra Lee, that the decision taken will be in the interest of their people. We already know where Mayor Motley is going. We already know where Ralph Gonzalez is going. We already know where Trinidad's going. We already know where is going. But this young man, Andrew Holness, I'm going to play his speech for you again and try to measure an argument like this. Because in a time like this, Prime Minister, you cannot remain. Sorry, this concerns the health of the people of Jamaica. The people of Jamaica are concerned as to the decision that the Prime Minister will be taking, even though we know, based on Dr. Tufton's argument, that the Prime Minister has taken a decision to appease Donald Trump rather than to protect our health. But I want you to listen to this Caribbean leader Prime Minister and try to measure a diplomatic speech and put out to the public. You cannot continue to hide behind Kamina Johnson, Dr. Tufton, Senator Brocktile, and all of that. Mr. Worldwide, good morning. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Worldwide. And if you want to stick around, Mr. Worldwide, to enjoy the nonsense, then you can stick around, all right? You just can stick around. If it's nonsense, enjoy it. Nonsense was made to enjoy, isn't it? Your Prime Minister does an awful lot of it. Anyway, let's listen to our St. Kitts and Nevis this. But this Prime Minister's speech is very diplomatic, very measured, but very assertive as well. Cardiff McIntosh, good morning. Very assertive, very diplomatic, very measured, but you already know where he's going. Why Andrew Holness is under the desk. Why is Andrew Holness, Maya Brown, Dorothy Elliott? Why is Andrew Holness under the desk? Let's encourage Andrew to come out from where he's hiding, Real G.
Fellow citizens and residents, today I address an issue that strikes at the heart of who we are as a nation and as a people, the issue of Cuban healthcare professionals working in our federation. The Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis has always upheld principled and respectful relations with all nations, including the Republic of Cuba and the United States of America. We hold these bonds dear, not just as a matter of diplomacy, but because our lives, our histories, and our futures are deeply intertwined. As an independent nation, St. Kitts and Nevis has long been committed to peace and multilateralism. Our foreign policy is guided by respect, cooperation, and adherence to the rule of law. Cuba has been an indispensable partner to the Caribbean, and we believe its full integration into hemispheric development initiatives benefits all. A stronger, more prosperous Cuba is in the best interest of the Americas and the Caribbean, enhancing our collective security and sustainability. Equally so,
let me address you one more time, Mr. Worldwide, because I like to address Dunce, you know. I may not be a qualified teacher in the sense, but I'm an educator. There are certain issues of national importance that we ought to separate from politics, all right? There are issues of national importance that we ought to separate from politics. This is an issue of life and death, not about PNP or JLP. What we are talking about, though, is the leadership of the current government. All right? We know you're labor right, you're hard to learn, but we take time with you.
Fellow citizens and residents, today I address an issue that strikes at the heart of who we are as a nation and as a people, the issue of Cuban healthcare professionals working in our federation. The Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis has always upheld principled and respectful relations with all nations, including the Republic of Cuba and the United States of America. We hold these bonds dear, not just as a matter of diplomacy, but because our lives, our histories, and our futures are deeply intertwined. As an independent nation, St. Kitts and Nevis has long been committed to peace and multilateralism. Our foreign policy is guided by respect, cooperation, and adherence to the rule of law. Cuba has been an indispensable partner to the Caribbean, and we believe its full integration into hemispheric development initiatives benefits all. A stronger, more prosperous Cuba is in the best interest of the Americas and the Caribbean, enhancing our collective security and sustainability. Equally so, the United States has been an invaluable development partner, and we are grateful for their contributions to our federation over the years. We are committed to strengthening our relationship. Many of us in St. Kitts and Nevis and across the Caribbean have benefited immensely from the opportunities provided by Cuba. I, like so many of my fellow citizens, had the privilege of receiving a first-class education in Cuba. Additionally, I had the opportunity to pursue specialization studies in the United States of America. This unique background highlights the importance of our relationship with both countries and is an example of the importance of that relationship to our socio-economic and political development. Our history proves that these two nations, despite their differences, can coexist in a way that benefits the people of this region. Since 2003, St. Kitts and Nevis has welcomed Cuban professionals who have come not as outsiders, but as family, helping us build a stronger, healthier, and more resilient nation. Our Cuban healthcare professionals have saved lives. Our Cuban trained professionals have become pillars of society. Let there be no doubt. Cuban professionals in St. Kitts and Nevis are treated with dignity, fairness, and respect. They are provided with comfortable housing at the expense of the government. They receive compensation commensurate with
Silent River, good morning. Try run a bit deeper, all right?
the well-established and statutorily approved government pay scale for professionals with similar expertise. They retain their passports, are free to travel, have vacation leave, work standard hours, and enjoy working conditions equivalent to those of local professionals. Let me be unequivocal. St. Kitts and Nevis values its relationships with both Cuba and the United States. We are a friend to all, an enemy to none. We are and will remain a staunch advocate for the rule of law, human rights, and labor rights. Any accusations of exploitative labor practices in our federation are inconsistent with our laws and values. As a people whose ancestors suffered for over 300 years through forced labor and human trafficking, we have never and will never tolerate human trafficking practices on our shores or anywhere. For this matter specifically, we have to assess the deeper truth. Division between Cuba and the United States of America does not serve the interests of our region. It does not help our people, our economies, or our shared vision for a more stable and prosperous region. It is time for dialogue. I call upon the leadership of Cuba the United States of America, and CARICOM to come together in a spirit of mutual respect. The challenges we face, economic stability, healthcare, security, are challenges we must face together. Isolation and confrontation will only serve to deepen our struggles. Cooperation, on the other hand, will uplift us all. Until then, St. Kitts and Nevis as a sovereign nation will always make decisions that align with the best interests of our people. Our policies are shaped by our principles, our commitment to justice, and our unwavering dedication to upholding our national sovereignty. Our decisions are guided by fairness, regional solidarity, and the imperative of sustainable development. Under my leadership, St. Kitts and Nevis will continue to engage both Cuba and the United States of America. We take pride in our values, cherish our partnerships, and remain firm in our independence. We remain committed to constructive diplomacy and fostering relationships that uplift our people and advance stability in the region. Our voice on the global stage will continue to reflect both our principles and our pragmatic dedication to progress for all. Thank you.
Members of the Jamaica Labour Party can get into their hissy fit as much as they want. What we can do for them is help them to find a nursery that caresses ego. Because it is the problem of the Jamaica Labour Party. You all are filled with ego. And bear in mind, if there is a platform on social media that is an ego-caressing nursery, it is certainly not this one. Speak to your Prime Minister about leadership. It is leadership that our country is lacking at the moment. The Prime Minister's silence is louder than anything that the Prime Minister could say at the moment. The Prime Minister's silence is louder than anything the Prime Minister could be saying at the moment. The Prime Minister shows weakness. The Prime Minister shows that he's a little boy led by men. Because of all Caribbean leaders, Richard Daley, this is the only one, Metro, that cannot make a decision in the interest of his people. All these, remember, Dr. Sophia Longmore, the psychiatrist, Blake Koyodo. Remember, Dr. Sophia Longmore told us the other day, I know my history, she said, and I know Jamaica to be a superpower. It is what we are referred to, the superpower for the Caribbean, the big brother of the Caribbean, the influential one of the Caribbean. Where are we now? Where are we now? Where is Andrew Holness sitting? Where he's hiding? Behind who the Prime Minister is standing on this issue? Because he ain't leading from the front. Definitely not. Definitely not leading from the front. Unknown Don Killer. I saw your name. What a name. Good morning and welcome, unknown Don Killer. Can't tell so you're done when you see the name where you decide to write come on social media with. You know you're the labor right dunce. Why dunceness cover on? I mean, dunceness is like a blanket when it comes to the Jamaica Labour Party. You're all covered in it, wrapped tightly in it. That's why they don't have way to shift. And try to think critically when people are addressing critical issues of importance, nation building issue because of our tantamount of alignment with America. Stacy and Levy, Wagwan. The tantamount of alignment we have with America. America has not helped us to develop our health care. America keep us underdeveloped. America makes sure our economy is stagnant. Our education system is backwards. Our economy is dependent on the IMF and the World Bank. And in an era where we have BRICS, where it's not when the world was America. America is a good for nothing at the moment. And you'd think we should make a decision to go with the balmy Americans on an issue of life and death, an issue of national importance. America has never provided us or assist us with the health care we need to advance. And you mean we must throw Cuba under the bus to appease a loonified president of the United States? A United States with a failing economy that is indebted to Japan and China? And our prime minister is sitting on his hands. And you all think that is something to smile about when the Cuban health professional go and start dead for lack of health care and Dr. Tufton start to benefit. When the labor right people crazy, you know. But we know no never go to school. We know how to help mash up civic. We know how to help mash up the education system. We know how to help mash up the economy so we can never grow. Because when Edward Seaga went with Ronald Reagan and the CIA and destruct Jamaica, we have never recovered. We have never recovered from the CIA and Ronald Reagan onslaught on Jamaica with them guns, rent-a-cars, drugs, and all what they could throw at us from 1976 until 1980. Jamaica JLP has never recovered. And every time wanna take the helm of government, wanna make sure it's an onslaught. Look at crime rate under your all leadership. It is what you do best. There is no leadership coming from this prime minister. No leadership coming from this prime minister. We know say that's all you know, Mr. World. We know say that's all you know. We know so no dunce. We know so no drop out of school. We know so no tap on road and play marble. We know so no eat off on a lunch money pan school road in a sham sugar and cake. So no brain full of sugar. Una never have the time to learn anything. Why no labor people so dunce? Look how much I know out here with the rage. This I like when you all are in rage. You see, the problem about public speaking, if you're speaking publicly and there's not people in rage and getting in their feelings and tearing out their hair, chewing hot air and feather, then you're making no sense. The fact that you all are here, chewing hot air, growing feathers out of your ear, it means that I'm getting through to you, aren't I? Damn fools. But regardless of our politics, Mandela's strength, Atnell Reid, Ladybug, Keith Matthews, regardless of our politics, when it comes to issue of national importance, tap up the screen, TikTok, take it to 20,000 likes, please. Labor rights, when you tap up the screen, on there, get the time for quarrel and get attention. And now tap up the screen, on the times are bad. Talk to labor rights. Una tan so bad. Una there. Una talk. Nobody not trouble. No. Una get the free time for talk. Una quarrel. Una show the disgraceful side. No. Why you can't tap up the screen? Hmm? If una there and participate, tap up the screen as well. It's a part of the participation. Una not have to go on like say. If una tap up the screen, one finger go turn orange. Why everybody will criticize? Let me ask you this question, labor rights. Hopefully one of you can understand it. Why is it that everybody transmission run PNP? That's laughable, isn't it? Why is it that when one hold the government to account, criticize the government, you automatically think they're PNP? Why not automatically think if you don't follow that straight line of Andrew wholeness and speak what Andrew want, coerce Andrew ego, mollycoddle the prime minister, they're automatically PNP? Are you saying there are no Jamaicans, or there are no independent minds in Jamaica or amongst us? Is that what you are all saying? Sometimes I'm sorry for you. Me wish me couldn't teach a common sense class or Sharon Bernard, you don't mind Marlon. Me explain to you all the while. I don't know, yeah, Michelle Charles bring greetings from the lead of the position. Coming all highty-tighty and all that. I read off a paper and see, pan the paper say she bring greetings from the Prime Minister, but she read it say she bring greetings from the leader of the opposition. Now, the Jamaica Labour Party, especially Marlon Morgan, who is responsible for a lot of that 124 million that Grace McLean rooted out of the new chip project. He habitually go around calling for one, apology, two, for people to resign. Now, that is a opposition mindset. What you have to understand is they've been in opposition for way too long, and they have not get the helm of government mentally. Dan Campbell, Starboy, mentally, they do not understand that they are in government. So it is why they behave the way they do. They still operate in an opposition mindset. That's why when you hold them to account, they get into hissy fit, because they're really an opposition. You see, they really are an opposition, and that's the mindset they reside in. So this is why you see they will not even give Andrew Holness critical advice and them something them just full force behind the Prime Minister. The problem is with Jamaica Labour Party supporters, they're poodles. You know, they're led by Box Chicken and $5,000. It is hard then to get through to the mindset of such a person who would give up their democratic right for $1,000 per year, and a box food who is only going to put weight on them. Look at Marlon Morgan. He has 2 box food per order. Snore like horse. But it's really hard to get through to them. But we have to take time with them, because we need all of us on a level in order for us to go forward. I understand they're dragging us back when they speak. But we have to understand that some of us were there at one point, i.e., me, a supporter, a voter of the Jamaica Labour Party in the past, even though I was not so hagganaring and drugganauting like them. But I understand where they're coming from. So me will take time with them. When you say me a liar, you can go check it. It may not have to declare nothing to you, but me a labor right just like Uno. But just like many labor rights that Andrew Holness allowed to leave the party, I am one of them. And there are many of us out here that Andrew Holness, because of his dictatorship, his lack of respect, his mismanagement and non-leadership of the country, is what makes a lot of us jump ship from the Jamaica Labour Party. All right? So, we know when ship I go wreck. Eh? And if you want to pass thing where wreck, go on down no, sir. And make me come off of the ship in peace and go on one lifeboat. Me entitled to that, you know. Me don't have to go down. Ask Fight Green about me if me not come from a labor right family, if me no labor right. That's beyond the point. People with sense know when a ship is going down. And if you have access to a lifeboat and you don't want to use it, then go on down with the ship and leave me in peace. All right, labor rights? Tap up the screen, labor rights. Tap up the screen. Labor rights, I hope when we have a debate later on, because we're coming back an hour before debate. We're coming back at 1 o'clock Jamaica time today. And we're going to have a discussion up into the lead of the opposition budget presentation, because you know we're covering the 4 big speeches. We've covered Favour and Julian. We're going to cover Mark Golden and Andrew Holness as well. So make sure you join us right back here this evening. And you all on YouTube, remember, we're not going to turn the advert on this evening, so you will have to support the program with a few super chat and all that jazz. So therefore, the money we're going to lose in an advert, you help us to maintain our financial support on the program. Thank you all very much for turning out this morning. One's going to do a bit. Play the clip I sent you about Marky G. Where is it? Hold on, beat and teach, because when did you send me that? I don't think I have that in studio. Tag back the clip to me, beat and teach. Tag it back to me. Oh. Make we rub Darrell Vaz the wrong way, you know. Go rub Darrell Vaz. You know, Darrell Vaz like to get in his issy feeling.
I am your voice. Currently, you have no voice at all.
They got to go, they got to go.
Broke the vase.
They got to go, they got to go.
It is a fact that in Portland Eastern, them take away Blue Lagoon from the men who used to make a living there.
I know me what people rent me off yard. They got to go, they got to go.
Prospect Fishing Village is being taken away from the young men and women who have their businesses that they strive and survive from. We are in a parish where water is running rampant through streams and waterfalls and rivers. And guess what? It's drying at the pipe. If you're not by the water, you're dead for thirsty. And you have to buy it from the bar's truck.
We got to go, we got to go.
It is a fact that everything that is beautiful that belongs to you, you are being disenfranchised from this current government, and your MP is incapable of advocating for you. The true meaning of upliftment will come from strong advocacy. The economy in Portland Eastern, right as I'm talking to you, is dead. Your government has failed you. And that is why time come for change. There can be no third term. None.
We all gotta go.
Yes, that is the next MP for East Portland. The next MP for East Portland. You can tell Anne-Marie Vaz, put it in your water and drink it. Go to Galilee and cry to the water if you must. Cut stones with scissors if you must. Anne-Marie Vaz has to go. That much I can tell you. That much I can tell you. Anne-Marie Vaz got to go. We're tired of the twirling and swirling and the foolish them. The trimming of stones and the crying to water and the dancing and hugging up of this and hugging. We're tired of it. The people want representation. They don't want social media optics. And this is what this government brought to us. A ton of social media optics. You look everywhere. You see the Prime Minister walk and tell lie about social housing, this social housing, that. In which country, Andrew Holness, do you know the face of everybody that gets a social housing from government? Tell me which country, Prime Minister, because I want to know. I want to know which country you know of, Prime Minister, that you can point at every person and say, that one lives in a government house. Let us know, Prime Minister, if you are aware of that country where you can just walk down the road and point at somebody and say, me see that one upon the Prime Minister page and in a government house. This is how this man go around, disgrace us as they describe us as the poor, the indigent, and the needy. This is why the Prime Minister is so silent. This is why there's no leadership. I'm trying to arrange it for Studio Beat and Teach. This is why there's no absolute lead. There's no leadership coming from Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness is down on his knees at the moment, and he wants the nation to be down there with him. No, Andrew Holness, we're not sucking up to Donald Trump. Not in 2025. You one can go on. But then again, because uno debastardized civic, cut you out of school and all that, we grow up with people who don't have understanding of their rights, of governance, of national importance, of patriotism. Do you think that was an accident? The destruction of our education system. You think that was an accident? Or Prime Minister on his knees under a desk at the moment. Don't know what he's down there negotiating. Just come tell with the truth, Andrew. We know you sell way out already. But don't go on like there is something that you're waiting on to make a decision. Women. The one woman in the Caribbean is stronger than Andrew at the moment. The one dege
Plus everything that we need to know.
female leader.
Barbados does not currently have Cuban medical staff or Cuban nurses. But I will be the first to go to the line and to tell you that we could not get through the pandemic without the Cuban nurses and the Cuban doctors. I will also be the first to tell you that we paid them the same thing that we pay Bajans. And that the notion, as was peddled not just by this government in the US, but the previous government, that we were involved in human trafficking by engaging with the Cuban nurses was fully repudiated and rejected by us. Now, I don't believe that we have to shout across the seas, but I am prepared, like others in this region, that if we cannot reach a sensible agreement on this matter, then if the cost of it is the loss of my visa to the US, then so be it. But what matters to us is principles. And I have said over and over that principles only mean something when it is inconvenient to stand by it. No, we don't have to shout, but we can be resolute. And I therefore look forward to standing with my CARICOM brothers. I wish I could say brothers and sisters, but brothers.
Andrew Holness, Mayor Motley want to stand with you. What's your position, Prime Minister? Mayor Motley, Andrew Holness, the Iron Lady of the Caribbean, want to stand with you, Prime Minister. What is your position? We've seen you create a new ministry yesterday, the Ministry of Bureaucracy. We see Audrey Marks is given authority to create a community called the Speedocracy. You all can call it the Speed Committee. But I'm calling it the Speedocracy of the Prime Minister's new Ministry of Bureaucracy. The Blind Mice Society. The Blind Mice Society, led by Prime Minister Andrew, the dishonorable, corrupt Holness. Mayor Motley, Julie Miss Mango, wants to stand with you, Andrew Holness. What is your position, Lady Andrea?
No, we don't have to shout, but we can be resolute. And I therefore look forward to standing with my CARICOM brothers. I wish I could say brothers and sisters, but brothers, to be able to ensure that we explain that what the Cubans have been able to do for us, far from approximating itself to human trafficking, has been to save lives and limbs and sight for many a Caribbean person.
Out! Whoa! Yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out. From Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody. Man or woman.
These are the criminals of our generation. The fleet of the Jamaica Labour Party. Thank you all for being here with us this morning on the Global Television Group. I must say a major thank you to all of you on TikTok who have turned out this morning. Thanks for taking the likes to 21,000 on TikTok if I saw it go. Make sure you give us a follow if you're not yet following the platform. We will be coming back for the opposition leader's budget presentation this evening at 7 p.m. and we'll have a chit-chatterer before that. So make sure you give us a follow so when we go live, you will get your notification. Thank you very much for joining us this morning on the Global Television Group. It will be a day of battering for the Prime Minister. We saw it last year. It is about to get worser this year. Thank you and goodbye from Global TV.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone.
You can
guess what?
teach me, I'm going to use that clip just before the budget presentation starts.
Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.
I'll use that clip before budget, B.